affect people through daily life, minute by minute, in places you go and people you see, but you don't see the effects of it. You don't see how it affects people or changes people.
We actually met at a local bar. I noticed he was very handsome. He went in alone, and we talked all night till maybe like 3, 4 in the morning, and we went on our first date the next day.
Seeing how much Bill has overcome over the years, it keeps me, it motivates me.
All I had was that S10. All I had.
They call me Dino on the job site. I've known Bill since the 7th grade.
And just the way that I've been brought up is to just overcome, take it all in stride.
And I've helped him start this business out. When he was on the streets, we basically had no tools, no equipment. From our first mulch job, we showed up with a shovel. From that money, we started buying the equipment. He's an inspiring individual, and one of my best friends. And
he's like a mentor to me.
I didn't go to school. I wasn't taught any of this. I learned it all myself by just seeing it.
My name is Mike Sarnice. I've known Bill since high school. It's my 3rd year with him, and he's a good guy to work for. He runs a tight ship. It's pretty hard on a lot of people, but it's the way he gets things done.
One of the nifty things about Scott, he's more of a self-taught type of person. So he understands me when I explain something to him, and then he expands upon it.
I used to have a chainsaw in my bedroom underneath the fish tank. My mom used to get bent out of shape because I kept it on the dining room table. My first tool that I bought, first gas-powered 18-inch pulling chainsaw. I was about 12. She got tired of it on the dining room table. I wasn't going to put it in the garage or in the basement. It could get stolen or wet. So I used to sit on my bed, sharpen the chainsaw. When it comes to power tools, though, there isn't a power tool that I can't operate.
My name is Vincent. I've been doing this now for 6 years, working with Bill. I just feel real, good about coming to work every day. We have fun, a lot of fun, tons of fun. I just turned 40 years old, actually, and I've been fired 40 times. I'm kind of nervous because I've never been in front of a camera before. Sometimes when we go to the stores or whatever, he tells me to keep my hands in my pockets. Things like that, keeps me, in a good humor.
My nickname, they seem to give me, is King of Beers. It's kind of funny because I drink Budweiser.
You don't really pick your crew.
every day's an adventure with this group.
It's absolute hell.
We have a lot of fun. We good?
So what we're going to do now is measure it out to install low voltage lighting within the wall. We're going to cut the groove each light out, and mount them on the face of the wall. Later on, we're going to cut these to make them curve with this wall perfectly.
I see the stress he goes through. I see how hard he works, but I also see how much he enjoys it. He's just so strong-willed. He can really just do anything, I think. Are you getting upset?
Yeah. I was 17 at the time, and I simply just was driving too fast. I hydroplaned, lost control of my pickup truck, went off the road and hit a tree, and ended up with a spinal cord injury. I was entering into my senior year in high school, July 30th of 1989. Most people have a set perception of somebody who has a disability, that it can't be done. And that's probably the way I looked at it for about a week.
He jumps out of airplanes. I bought him a ticket to skydive on his 21st birthday, and felt kind of bad because when he landed he broke his leg, but good news was he couldn't feel it.
We had a rough landing on the first try. We did a little better the second time, and we did even better the third time.
It looked like Joe Theismann when he got sacked and his leg went out, but
I wouldn't change it. It gives you a whole different perspective on life. One of the people that inspires me to no end is Travis Pastrana. He, at one point in his life, was faced with possibly never walking again and being in a wheelchair. Handicap parking, and it's not to be abused. The guy on the ground looks like me. He's in a wheelchair. So if you're old that doesn't necessarily mean that you are entitled to that spot. One of my newest and latest aspirations is to someday drive a monster truck. This is going to get me too. You can get out there, you can make things happen, you know. Strangely enough, I enjoy riding around in the wheelchair. To drive a truck, a monster truck, and paint it so it looks just like a handicap parking spot is definitely one of my most heartfelt dreams at this point. Like I said, racing takes a certain kind of person, and I really look up to those people. You got to have a lot of grit to go into a corner at 200 miles an hour. You know, I've driven the S10 around Pocono, and it only goes 89, and I was scared. So try 200. Actually, I was really, really fortunate. I had tons of support from everybody, friends, family. That's why I do what I do. Those people count on me to not let them down. I want all those people to be proud that I didn't just give up and roll over.
You didn't actually mention anything about basketball. He's played for Temple University in wheelchair basketball. I don't know if you knew that or not, but ever since I've known him for 8 years, he's been doing that, and previously too.
I keep going. Mark right there. And we'll go at 9. All right, and then 12.